Hi there, welcome to the Guilty Knitter. I'm Vivian and I'm coming to you from Montreal, where it is very snowy and not so cold, not so bad, but it's very snowy. And in case you don't know, maybe you're a new viewer, but if so, welcome. And if you're a returning viewer, welcome back. I am a trombone player from Montreal who finds herself knitting when she should be practicing. So I'm here to talk to you about my knitting. If you want to find me on Instagram, I am at Guilty Knitter, and on Ravelry, I'm The Guilty Knitter, all one word. And I have project pages for everything I talk about over there, so feel free to check that out. There's also a page for the podcast where you can introduce yourself and ask me any questions. You can also ask questions down below the video, or comment, or whatever you want to do. And if you like this video, please press like and subscribe for notifications so you don't miss any episodes. Anyway, so I've been meaning to do some short videos that are just like finished object videos, and so I'm going to do that today, starting with my beautiful yoke clock. And this is a look at that, isn't that pretty? It's a working clock, and I made it from a pattern by Stephanie Earp, and this was put out before Christmas, I guess probably in November. Perfect time, because I think a lot of people bought the pattern to make Christmas gifts, as I did. I ended up buying 3 of the kits. Like, you get an LP, which is how you put it up, plus you get this the workings of the clock there and the hands and everything, and you can put it together yourself after you've knit it. Anyway, it's a wonderful pattern. It was fun, although it's a little finicky at the beginning, because you're making a yoke that's got a tiny little neck hole, which is where you put the you're probably wondering, what's that sniffing sound? It's little Monty, who is here just to say hi. My little co-host, the littlest co-host. Here he is. Anyways, hopefully he's gonna just settle down. Okay, so anyway, yeah. So you make the little hole here. You start with that little pinhole, and then you just knit in the round and in the round and the round until you have finished the chart. So, and I just like a few little issues that I had. First of all, my gauge was off. I didn't do a gauge swatch, which she of course recommends. I did not do one. I was working with hedgehog fibers. That's the gold color. It's a pollen. I just love this color, and I am not really a yellow person, or orange, or any of the warm colors really, but I just love this for some reason. So I was able to use it in there, and I don't know if this is the exact color that I used. I somehow doubt it. Yeah, I think I used up all the greeny blue that I had there, but it's similar to this, which is a sweet paprika yarn, I believe. Anyway, so that's the blue green, and then there was another little light green that is also, I think, sweet paprika, but I could be wrong, because I used remnants from my stash, which is great because this is a real stash buster. You can just, everybody's got like a little bit of this much yarn in their stash, hopefully. I mean, most people do. I personally can never throw out little bits and pieces unless they're really short. So yeah, I have lots. So yeah, I have enough. I bought 3 of these kits. I ended up selling one to a friend of mine, and he gave it to his mother for Christmas. And then I kept the other one, and I guess I'm going to make it another clock one of these days. Just because, the finished object is just so cute. I just love it. Okay, so here it is again. What time is it? Oh yeah, I was wondering. I had it upside down, or whatever. So it's actually 20 after 2, not like noon, which is what I had it on before. So I have it up in my practice room on the wall, and I love it. And so I recommend it highly. Stephanie Earp, if you don't know her designs, you should go check her out. On Instagram, I believe she's Stephanie Earple. So it would be at, yeah, you'll have to check that spelling. I'll put it in the down bar here, so you can find her on Instagram or Ravelry. Anyway, she has really interesting patterns. She's got such a great imagination, and I'm a big fan. So the other Stephanie Earp pattern that I made was the Sanctuary Tee, which I talk about in another episode. Yeah, so definitely check her out. And what else can I say about this? Yeah, like I said, it's probably a good idea to do a gauge swatch, although my reasoning was that there was really no point in doing a gauge swatch, since the thing itself could be a gauge swatch. You know, it's so small that I figured, well, I'll do it, and if it's too tight or too loose, you know, I'll rip it out, which is what happened. I did maybe this much, and then I had to rip it out because it was obviously too tight. So then I cast on again on a 2.75 needle, I guess. I think that's what the pattern calls for, but I ended up knitting it on a 2.5 or something like that. That's what I thought I should start with, because I'm kind of a loose knitter, but it turned out to not be the right size. So I went up with needle size, and it was still too small, but I managed to block it out so that it would go over the record. It's not perfect. Like this, there's like this purl row here that's actually supposed to be at the very edge. I don't find that it's a big deal. Like, it looks fine. And I added this light green edging row here. And I think that kind of helped, make it look like it was sort of on purpose. I don't know. Anyway, the thing is, it's just for me, so who cares? And I love it. If you want to try to make one, I recommend it. Go into your stash, into your fingering weight stash, and just find some colors that go together and have fun. There are about 3 or 4 different designs in the pattern that it comes with. So yeah, and you can also make up your own. She tells you in the pattern, there's like a blank chart that you can kind of just make up your own pattern, which is kind of fun, although I haven't tried to do it myself. But I would definitely recommend you try it. Why not? And yeah, so that's about it. My next episode is going to be an interview with my colleague Catherine Turner, and she is a horn player who plays in the orchestra with me in the Montreal Symphony Orchestra, l'Orchestre Symphonique de Montréal, officially. Yeah, so she's also a knitter, so that's what I thought it would be fun to have her on the show. So that's what I'm going to do. So that's it. That's my finished object video, and I hope you've enjoyed it. Go and buy one of these and make it. It's so fun, I'm telling you. Except the very beginning is a little finicky, but you'll get, yeah, once you get past that, it's pretty fun. Okay. Bye-bye. Happy knitting.